This is Hidden Killers Live with Tony Bruschi, Stacey Cole, and Todd Michaels.
Let's watch more of what's going on here.
Then tell you anything about the celebration dinner? Anything about a celebration dinner?
Yes.
Could you tell us about that, please?
Yes. A couple weeks after Professor Markel was murdered, we spoke on the phone, and she had mentioned that her and Charlie had gone to, these are her words, she said, Charlie and I went to what he described as a celebration dinner.
And that was the dinner where she vomited?
That's right. That's correct.
And are you aware, Mr. Lacoste, that Ms. Adelson suggested you as a possible suspect in this homicide?
Yes, I am.
And where were you when Dan Markel was murdered?
I was on the road to Tennessee. I originally had a trip planned for 11 a.m. on Friday the 18th, and I had, at the last moment, changed my trip to Thursday night. So
you left early?
I left early without telling anyone, other than the people at the destination. Miss Adelson was the only person I had told in Tallahassee about the time that I was leaving, which was 11 a.m. on the 18th. I had informed her about that in around June 10th.
All right. So originally it was going to be July 18th at 11 a.m. would be your departure?
Yes, ma'am.
And would you be flying or driving?
I was driving.
All right. And it changed to Thursday night, so you left the night before and were in Tennessee at the time of the homicide?
That's correct.
No further questions.
Good.
Still morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning.
Announce your last name for me again.
Lacoste.
Lacoste. Okay. Just want to make sure I got it right. Mr. Lacoste. So Wendi Adelson knew you were leaving. Well, you told her you were leaving Friday morning.
Friday morning at 11, we had discussed it because we had some plans that got canceled, so we had discussed it in some detail, actually.
And your plan was to leave Tallahassee and to drive north, and I guess northbound?
Thomasville Road, eastbound, yes, sir.
Sure. Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. So your plan was to travel north of Tallahassee to Tennessee, correct?
That's correct.
And you told Wendy that, hey, listen, I'm going on this trip and I'm leaving Friday morning around 11 a.m., correct?
That's correct.
And do you recall what time the actual shooting took place?
I believe it was right around 11 a.m.
The same exact time that you'd be leaving the area?
That's correct.
And although it was for a business trip, if people didn't know what your plans were, would you agree with me that it may look like you're leaving the scene if you're traveling outside of the jurisdiction?
That's what I was concerned about, that if I had taken my trip at the scheduled time, I would have looked like I was fleeing, because I would have been driving, I would have taken Capitol Circle to Thomasville and been very close to Professor Markel's house.
And when did you find out that Ms. Adelson, Wendi Adelson, had suggested that you may be involved in this?
I suspected it from the police interrogations, but they didn't explicitly say that. Eventually, I was able to view her interrogation video.
And by her, you mean Wendi Adelson?
Sir.
And by interrogation video, you mean interview, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because as you're aware, she has not been charged in this case, correct?
I'm aware of that, yes, sir.
And obviously, you haven't either.
Right.
Correct. You've been cleared by law enforcement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your relationship with Wendi Adelson. You started dating her. Give me a time period.
September 27th, 2013 was our first date.
And how long would you say that your relationship with her lasted?
Well, there's different phases of it. In that fall semester, we weren't exclusive. It was more casual. It became more serious late February, early March. So as far as a serious, I'm your boyfriend, you're my girlfriend sort of thing, just March through July.
Okay. So you started casually dating in September of 2013, and it got more serious at the beginning of 2014, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Right. And how did you meet Miss Adelson? How did you guys first have a date?
Yeah, through mutual friends.
Okay, so it wasn't like on a social media dating app or anything else?
No.
Okay. Were you aware if Miss Adelson was participating in online dating?
I think I knew that, I knew that she had dated online in the past. I did not know the time frame.
one of your concerns. Okay, so once you guys became exclusive, and by exclusive, I mean you called her your girlfriend and she called you her boyfriend. Is that fair?
That's correct. And I was involved with the kids at that point and things like that.
And it got to the point where she introduced you to her family, right?
That's right.
And you indicated that there was a dinner where you met Charlie Adelson.
That's right.
Kind of a good-looking guy, right?
Sure. Right.
Works out.
Weird question.
When you went on, when you had your double date, where it was you, Wendi Adelson, Charlie, and Miss Magbanua,
chiseled
did you see what kind of car Mr. Adelson pulled in?
I don't recall seeing his car in the parking lot. We then went to his house, so I saw his garage and got a look at some of the vehicles he owned, but not that at dinner.
What kind of vehicles does he have?
Ferrari is the one that stood out to me.
Do you remember the color of the Ferrari?
I don't.
Did you make any comments to Wendy about the Ferrari?
Well, Wendy used to talk about Charlie having a Ferrari.
How do you not remember the color?
She would say, my brother's a character. He has a Ferrari. He has an undercover cop car. He has, I think, a nice Benz in addition or some luxury.
So she knew what a Ferrari was, right?
Sure. Well, sure.
So it's not like she didn't say he's got a Porsche and you saw a Ferrari, right?
No, it was Ferrari. I actually remember discussing the cost of maintenance with Charlie. There were some downsides to having a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You think?
That's tough. So
Good-looking guy.
pretty extensive
Got a Ferrari.
car collection, right?
He had multiple cars. Yeah. I don't know exactly how many.
And did you learn what he did for a living?
Yeah, I knew he was a periodontist from Speaking with Wendy.
And was that the only night you had direct contact with Mr. Adelson, Charlie Adelson?
That's the only contact I ever had with him that night.
Did he appear to have, did he appear to be intelligent?
What?
It's a weird question.
He had
Especially
that's a
after asking
difficult
if he was
question. I just
hot,
met him
you
the
know?
one night. That's a
I'll withdraw that. Let me ask him a more important question.
Surprised the
Was
judge
he,
didn't
was he
strike that.
socializing? Was he drinking that night?
I don't recall if he was drinking. He was holding forth. He was talking a lot. He was confident. That was my impression of him.
He was talking a lot? Did you ever see him go to the bathroom?
I don't recall.
is
Okay, can we
going
stop? We
on
gotta stop.
here?
We gotta stop.
Let's stop.
What
Sure.
the hell? I feel violated.
Did it come out yellow or did it come out clear? Because if it came out yellow, he might have been drinking.
Well, besides that, it's like attractive guy, right? So did you go to the bathroom with him? Big dick.
Did you cross streams?
What is happening here?
What is? Here's my question. What is
I don't know
the
where it's
attorney
going.
trying to prove? Like, is
I
he trying
don't
to
know where
prove
it's
that
going.
Jeffrey was jealous of Charlie? I mean, I don't know. What is he trying to say?
I don't know yet. I've never watched all of this in its entirety, so I'm really curious. I know the vehicles do come into play in some way, shape, or form. Exactly how, we'll have to find out. But I don't know why or what. But even to get to wherever they're going, like good-looking guy, how I don't know how the judge
What does that matter?
didn't say like. Or nobody objected to that, going like, what does this have to do with any, like, what, in any way, shape, or form, what does it have to do? That would be his opinion of his appearance. But maybe you're right. Maybe it is going to like a jealousy motive. Maybe they are still trying to point him to be more somewhat involved, because this is the Sigfrido trial. So they are trying to look at that going, but they're not protecting Charlie here. They're not protecting Donna. They're protecting the hitman. So they may still be looking closer at this or trying to put some doubt in the jury's mind that Sigfrido had anything to do with this. And that maybe it was more the boyfriend. That's my guess. I could be completely wrong. So if you like to eviscerate me in the comments on that, go for it. But I just told you I don't know for sure yet. So we'll find out.
I like that he works out. I mean, thanks for that tidbit. But again, if you saw a Ferrari, I mean, I don't know how many of you people see Ferraris in people's garages. I can't say I've seen more than one. And I recall it was a red one. How do you not recall the color?
I wouldn't remember.
Really?
I could give a shit about cars. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of like, I mean, for some you'll remember, but there's certain, and it's, I mean, I don't know. And I see like, oh, that looks nice. Cars, the way that some people get so damn excited about, and I get that's your thing. Cool. Never registered in my radar as anything at all. I mean, there's no more excitement of me seeing a Ferrari than me seeing the Stanley Cup right here. I'm more excited to see the Stanley.
You got a Stanley?
I'm more excited for the Stanley.
I'm sorry. I would know every detail. Every line, everything.
I do think it's weird because Jeffrey does have a very good memory. It's kind of odd that he doesn't remember that.
That's what I thought, because this guy can recall dates and times and things, but he can't recall the color of, a $300,000 car.
But it's not his car. He saw it in passing. I mean, you would remember the dates of when you started, dating Rosemary's Baby. Those sort
Wow.
Oh my God. What did you have for breakfast?
Red Bull. And not even a full can. I started this one yesterday.
Well, then drink the rest of it, because something is off today. Thank you.
Or on, depending on how you look at it.
I don't
Stacey.
know. I haven't figured that out yet.
But I think that you would remember those sort of things, not necessarily the car. I mean, I'm that way. I think I'm fairly intelligent. I remember a lot of things, but it is weird what I will absorb. I mean, for example, I remember the kitten wallpaper and I wear those the honey badger gloves when I go to bed.
Before the Red Bull kicks in. But
I don't remember. I couldn't tell you what I had for dinner 2 days ago. There's a lot of like short-term things that I'm not great at anymore. It never really have been, though, either. Our minds are weird. It's weird how they all work and what registers and what stays for one person really could be completely different for another of looking at the exact. And that's what makes it all. That's what makes us all different. That's what makes us all so special and unique individuals, Stacey.
I'm so glad we're not in the same studio together.
Why? Would you be throwing something at me?
Yes, I would. You know it.
Want more on this case and others? Then press subscribe now and don't miss a moment of true crime coverage from Tony Bruschi and the Hidden Killers podcast.